Hey y'all, this is Tamar and Vince, Season 3, Episode 1. Now, don't worry, I will put the link up to the full episode whenever it's available. Hopefully it's available now. I have not checked, sorry. But I will hook you up with the link. So go ahead and hit your girl up with the like button. Then go ahead and hit that thumbs up, okay? I'm hooking you up. You hook me up. And share this video, okay? Share this video. Sharing is caring. Get the word out. There's other people who wants to see this show too. So share this video. And don't be stingy, okay? Yes, I'm wearing my afro today. If you into hair, go check out my hair video, Frustrated with My Natural Hair. I'm a newly natural, and I really don't like short hair. But it's cool. Anyway, so first off, I want to talk about something I keep forgetting. I end up talking about at the end of the video. I am having my goal is to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year. So I'm having a 1K subscriber giveaway. When I get to 1,000 subscribers, I will be giving away a prize. I will not tell right now what the prize is going to be. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to get out more than one prize, like to more than one person, maybe 2 or 3. I'm trying to decide right now. But anyways, what you have to do is you have to like this video, you have to share this video, and you have to be subscribed, okay? And shit, go check out my other YouTube pages too. Cooking with Jazz Chapman. I'm about to put a lasagna video up tomorrow. I just made the lasagna. That's why I'm late. And check out Jazz Chapman Radio, the Follow Your Dream show. Anyways, alright, so we're gonna get into this. Tamar and Vince. So Tamar is going to this women's empowerment. Oh my gosh, I got something in my mouth. This women's empowerment brunch or breakfast, and on the way there, Vince tells her, "Oh yeah, you gotta do a speech." She was like, "What? How you gonna tell me 5 minutes before?" So when she gets there, she eats or whatever. It don't even really like she ate. She had to get up there and she's like, well, hi everyone, I'm Tamar, and I didn't know anything about that. I had to give a speech until 5 minutes ago. So, contrary to what everybody believes, I'm not that big of a talker. I'm not that, big of a, public speech person. I'm not prepared. So she was like, I just want y'all to, let y'all know that, and when I think of the word empower, I think of the word power, and it makes me think about like superpowers, like superheroes, like Mighty Mouse. And I just wanted to let you know, you're not the only one that can have, mighty superheroes are not the only one that can have power. I want you to recognize your power. And then, let me tell y'all what this heifer did, okay? This will trip me out. She was like, and somebody next to her put their hand on the shoulder like, take your time. And this heifer gonna say in the confessionals that she learned that off of the soap operas to fake cry so you can gather your thoughts. I was like, and I could tell when she put her head down, I was like, she ain't emotional. She is not emotional. That was so fake. I'm pretty sure, just like me, others read the book, but it was funny that she went in the confessionals and admitted to, faking that. And she was like, I learned that from the soap operas so I can just gather my thoughts and think of something, okay? So then she ends up telling him, it doesn't matter if you a 40-year-old woman with 5 kids. It doesn't matter. You can always basically just go follow your dreams and go to school and sign up and all that. It's never too late. That's what Tamar is trying to tell him. And she gets off the stage, or not even a stage, but she ends up leaving, and she's in the car complaining to Vince like, I can't believe you didn't tell me. You gonna tell me on the way to here? Like, I was not prepared at all. He was like, Tamar, I didn't tell you because I didn't think you needed to know, because you was gonna be nervous, and you don't need to focus on that. What you need to focus on is this performance you got tonight. That's what you need to focus on. And you did great, so I don't even know why you tripping. She was still complaining about it. They get to the spot, wherever, I don't even know what she was performing at, but they get to the spot where she was going to perform, and she in the, dressing room complaining her mama. And her mother was like, you need to stop, okay? Just stop it. Alright, look, I'm your mama, and I love you, so I'm going to always keep it 100 with you, okay? You did great. Stop it. She was like, but I was talking about Mighty Mouse. What kind of stuff is Mighty? She was like, it doesn't matter. What you told them was, it was never too late to go and, follow your dreams, to go do what you always wanted to do. And Tamar was like, well, I said something about being 40 and 5 kids. Like, that was crazy. And then her mother was like, look, Tamar, what you said was absolutely right. Okay? There are people that are 40, 45, 50 who think, who don't have all the confidence and don't think that they can go out there and do it. And what you told them was to go out there and do it anyways, because they can do it. And, Tamar was like, oh, okay. Okay, I guess you're right. You're right. It was like, yes, Tamar, you might have, went out there and said whatever came to your mind, but your message got across. Your point got across. And you did good. At first it was shaky. Yeah, Mighty Mouse was a leap. But you did. You did right. So, they end up there and they're getting their makeup done. She wants to spend time with her son Logan because she doesn't really spend time with him like that. So she needs her time of the day where she gonna spend time with him. Michelle Williams walks in there, I guess she was performing also. Where the heck was that? Was that the Essence Festival? They was somewhere and Tamar was headlining. It was somewhere big. And, afterwards, Tamar gets on stage. She looked great, just to say that. And she wanted to redeem herself. She was like, look, I don't care what you want to do, how old you is or whatever. You go out there and you go get your resume and you go get your job. And you know what? If you want that man, girl, you go get your man. And she was more confident then, but she did good. Alright, so next, Tamar is, getting prepared for her tour or whatever. But she ends up, in the meantime, going to work on new music for the new album and trying to come up with new ideas and stuff for the city, for the album. And she's meeting up with LaShawn. So LaShawn, starts playing her some tracks or whatever. He flew down to Miami to come play her some tracks. And Tamar is sitting there and she like, and he was like, what? Tamar, I need you to say something now. I need you to say something. She was like, you know what? I just don't feel it, okay? I learned from doing my first album, just because I like ratchet music doesn't mean I have to do it. I love 2 Chainz. He is my Michael Jackson. But that is not the place I want to go. So when she's playing the music for her, she's just sitting there like, I don't feel it. And so They're like, okay, play the next track. And he put the track on. Let me tell y'all what this ever did. She gonna do some. I was like, oh, that is so rude. Care if that's your friend or not. That was me as hell. He was like, really, Tamar? You gonna yawn? You gonna yawn? And Tamar was like, look, that's what it's doing to me, okay? It's boring me. This is not what I want to do. It's hard to live up to Love and War. How do I go after that, you know? Love and War was such a good album, and this gotta be great. Good luck, okay? She got a new song I just heard a few weeks ago on FunkyDineva.com. It was I think it's Let Me Know with featuring Future. So it sound good. They definitely gonna pull through. She got her Vincent Herbert that is going to let her know just what's the right song. So she gonna get through that. Alright, so Tamar and Vince is on Little Walk in the Beach with Logan. And Tamar is just trying to tell Vince that, look, he needs to tell her more things, let her know more things, and trust that she ain't always gonna freak out. And he was like, okay, well, I need you to promise me if I tell you more stuff that you will not freak out. She was like, well, wait a minute. I didn't say I wasn't going to freak out. I said I'm not going to freak out all the time. There will be times where I will flip out, okay? And he was like, okay, I'll try to tell you more, but Tamar, it's hard to tell your wife something when you know they're not going to take it well. And I've heard this before. I just feel like in a relationship, in a marriage, things that's important, you should tell your spouse. Things that's important to you, things that's important, period, you should tell them, okay? There's some things that you may not need to tell because it's just irrelevant. But anyways, so next, Tamar is getting ready for her tour. And she's starting off in Miami. I thought on the Braxton she said Atlanta, but supposedly she's starting off in Miami. And this is her first time headlining, and really she's the only person on the tour. This is all Tamar. So they making last minute changes. She has this guy that, I guess her backup dancer or whatever, where they do their little sexy moments for, what is it called? I forgot what the song called, but Sounds of Love Making or something like that. And no, I do not have her album. And she shows Vince. And Vince is like, what the hell? You disrespecting me, Tamar. If you had respect for me, you wouldn't be doing all this. I don't want to see all that. And she does it anyway. So they go on to the show. Then, when she's going to do the Sounds of Love Making, she goes and does wardrobe change. But she added, more drums and stuff into that part where it's supposed to be, at least give her like 30 seconds or a minute so she can go change for wardrobe. She goes back there. Wardrobe is not on the side of the stage. She got to go run all the way to her dressing room. But she got a wardrobe malfunction. Zippers don't want to zip up, Clothes ain't coming on right. She comes out late, and her zipper is not zipped up. Now, the guy knew that her zipper wasn't zipped up, so she tried her best not to turn her back to the crowd so they could see it. And the guy that she was doing the sensual things with, he was like touching all over her, doing extra all on her ass. I was like, ooh, Vince just might fire him. All on her ass, touching all over her body. And she thinking to herself, wait a minute, this ain't what we practice. But he's doing that. Well, supposedly, that's what she said. He's doing that to take attention away from, her having a wardrobe malfunction, possibly a titty or something like that popping out. So she did great the show. People loved it. The next day, she's getting ready, getting dressed up or whatever. And her stylist is asking, they was like, yeah, such and such was really groping the mess out of you. You ran out there and your clothes, you started singing already. Your clothes weren't even on all the way. And she was like, yes, child, I was just ready. I was ready to get out there, okay? I don't like being late. So she was like, but I'm going to need him not to grope me like that no more. And they was like, yes, he had your whole right cheek in his hand. And she was like, yeah, I was thinking to myself, this ain't what we practice. And they was like, so how did Vince feel about it? And she was like, well, Vince, he ain't gonna just straight out come and tell me he ain't like it. He gonna say something. So I don't think the crowd liked that part. And she was like, oh, really? They didn't like that part, Vince? And he was like, yeah, I don't think they liked it. And Vince came out the room. He heard him talking. He was like, really, Tamar? Really, Tamar? And she was like, what? What's wrong, Vince? And he was like, don't get embarrassed on this show. Don't show out on this show. And she was like, what are you talking about? Just tell me what I did. Like, what's wrong? We talked about communicating better. Just tell me what's wrong. And he like, don't show out, okay? Don't do this. Not here. Not now. Vince know how to check Tamar. Tamar be flying off the handle, but he know exactly how to check her. And they have got their match, honey. That's it for Tamar and Vince. When link is available, it's down below in the description box. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at Jazz Chapman. Check out Cooking with Jazz Chapman. The spinach lasagna video should be up there tomorrow. I'm going to try to learn how to edit. If not, it's just going to be a 19-minute video. And check out Jazz Chapman Radio. Don't forget to like this video and share it and subscribe so you can be in the running for the prize of the 1K subscribers. So y'all be easy and take care.